a child-rearing trap we often go into, letting our children play with other boys and girls who are not made to obey. All right? They're going to go to a Sunday school party. Well, you know they're going to be there with children who some are made to obey and some aren't. Possibly in all the cases the parents have good standards and want the same thing, but it's not a matter of wanting the same thing. Do they make their child obey? Very few parents do. They don't know what to do. They don't know how. They don't know that it takes hours and hours and hours of time to teach a child to obey. Some children get it easier. I realize that. I know there are some children that you say no a few times, and then sometimes it seems like, you think you'll never get it done, you'll never teach them, and then you have a couple weeks where you say no, and they go right away from whatever they're not supposed to do. What blessed relief. I know God knows when we just have to have a respite. But everyone wants their child to obey, I think. Now, maybe not. Perhaps some people think that the child should have enough... be given a free spirit enough that they shouldn't have to obey. But I suppose, hopefully, with the people I'm speaking to, probably the parents of your friends and the parents of your child's friends want their boys and girls to obey. But if they don't, it really doesn't matter whether they want to or not. The children are going to see children not obeying. So you're already going to have that at a Sunday school party. And maybe you will keep them home from the Sunday school party, the little party, maybe an hour party or something. I doubt it, though. I mean, they are going to have to live in a world and see that people don't obey. I imagine they're already going to see that sometime like that. It's going to take you a few hours after you get them back home to show them that it's not going to be the way they saw those children act. Maybe you can go to the party with the child. Certainly a preschool party with children and putting the children together. But you're going to have that. And then you send them to a Christian school, and they're going to be with children there who have not been made to obey. There aren't many in any school, public or Christian, who are really obedient children. There are a few, but it's rare. So they're going to see children who do not obey. Hopefully the teacher will get them to obey in the classroom, at least. And sometimes that's a little easier. And the reason that's a little easier is even though they might have 30 children or more, the teacher knows he or she has to give his full time to teaching. Therefore, the class is not an interruption to him or her. It's their work. And you see, we as mothers don't consider our rearing of children our work. We don't consider it a job. So letting our children play with other boys and girls, okay, but do you have to go to your friend's house for a whole afternoon where children are not made to obey and let your children watch and observe and start doing the same thing? I mean, you don't have to tell your friend, now, I can't come over there because you have bad kids and I have good kids. Far from it. Her kids might turn out fine and yours not. Don't ever say what your kids are or aren't going to do. But at least you can keep them away from that situation. That might be one of the times if you're going to go visit the friend that you use the babysitter, your mother, the aunt, or some teenage girl you know very, very well. And maybe she's even in her own home and her mother's there with her. There's a lot more. We have a babysitting guide tape in Christian Womanhood by April Coulter, who does a lot of babysitting and is a wonderful babysitter. That would help you a great deal, I believe. But watch out about spending too much social time with people who do not or cannot or will not make their children obey.